So a little while ago, someone asked me, hey, why don't you do an ARF Trooper overview? I'd love to see it. And I said, sure, I'd love to do that. However, I'm just missing one ARF Trooper, one key point, that if I decided to make the video without him, the video would just be missing one ARF Trooper, and it would be a horrible video, and I might as well just wait until I get the last one I need to make the overview. And I just found the last one I need at a freaking antique mall for $2 in a little baggie. So yes, now that I have Keely's ARF Trooper, I am doing the ARF Trooper overview video. This is all 9 ARF Troopers made by Hasbro in the 3.75 inch Clone Wars line, and the ARF Troopers didn't get enough love in the show. These are pretty much most of the ARF Troopers that actually appeared in the show. I don't really think they excluded any besides, is it Commander or Captain Trauma? That would have been a really cool one to get a figure of. But yeah, I absolutely love these guys, and I want to go over them in as much detail as I can here without wasting a lot of your time. If you want more individual detail on all of them, such as their current pricing, more accessories they came with, as well as what year, wave, and pack they were put in, post in the comments below if you're curious about a single one, and I will try to answer your question. So let's begin with the King Daddy Doo-Doo Bob guy of the ARF Troopers. It's the standard white one. I do love me the standard white ARF Trooper. It is such a fantastically made figure. From the outwards at the hips to just the standard nice ARF Trooper helmet with all of the nice paint on it, it is absolutely fantastic. This one has a little blemish. This is the only ARF Trooper I have 2 of, so as you can see, that one doesn't have the blemish. Yeah, these are just fantastic figures. I love the green and the red deco on his helmet, and the blue stripes along the helmet are just absolutely fantastic, nice and crisp. The articulation is pretty much all the same for all of them. However, there's one running change with this guy that they did that I'm a huge fan of. As you can see on this guy has a longer neck. What they ended up doing with various versions of the ARF Trooper throughout the years is they actually shrunk the neck to look a little more natural on the body, and I'm a huge fan of that. So yeah, there's the standard ARF Trooper. He was released single-carded quite a few times, as well as with an ATRT. Next up, we have another single-carded ARF Trooper. This is the Camo ARF Trooper, first seen in the Clone Wars movie. I believe they were scouting on Teth. Isn't that what it was? I can't really remember. I haven't seen that movie in a long, long time. But yeah, I really like this guy. I love the deco and his paint, and like this greenish-gray color that he has going on. I'm kind of colorblind. I can't really tell tones apart too much. I don't really know what kind of color that is, but I'm a huge fan of it. I wish the deco and the camo was a little thicker, though. I feel like I'm seeing too much white bleeding through. But thankfully, that was resolved with Captain Keely's ARF Trooper, which is the one I was missing. And this guy was released in a Walmart exclusive set with the ATRT that kind of goes with him, even though it really doesn't. This guy, he's kind of trying to evoke the exact same thing he is over there. However, it doesn't really work too well because it's the colors, they're wrong. But I really do like the thicker camo, and it just looks so much nicer. Mine's a little used, like this leg is kind of loose. I'm kind of surprised, I don't really know why. But yeah, this is a really great figure, one of my favorite ARF Troopers without a doubt. Next up, it's another vehicle pack in ARF Trooper. This is the Security Coruscant Guard Red ARF Trooper. I'm not really sure if they gave it much of a name. I just kind of consider it a Security Coruscant Guard ARF Trooper. Pretty much nothing else to it. You did sort of see kind of guys like this in the Clone Wars, but they had like helmet modifications and they had freaking dogs. But yeah, it's nice. I like it. It's actually my favorite ARF Trooper, if you didn't know. I think the paint on the helmet is just so nice and crisp. And here you can see what I'm talking about with the neck. The neck on this guy sits way shorter than the neck on this guy. It's very subtle, but coming from a guy who has a lot of clones, it's really, really noticeable. This is the last of the 3 single-packed ARF Troopers. This is the Camino ARF Trooper, or later on used as a Wolfpack ARF Trooper. And I'm just a huge fan of this guy. It's really freaking cool. I love this shade of color. I'm just going to call it a color on his helmet. And this shade of color on his arm. I want to call it something, but it's just one of those... I don't know what to call it, but it's really, really nice looking. And once again, as you can see, he's kind of got the longer neck going. But I just love the helmet sculpts on all of these guys, and the paint's really nice and crisp. This is the kind of stuff that I wish Hasbro would do nowadays. Outwards at the legs, and this guy came with a hoverboard, I think. It was some weird hoverboard thing. It was really weird. It also came with a Quinlan Voss. I wish I got it out to show you, but I didn't think of it, and I'm not gonna dig through a bin to look for it. So yeah, there's that one. Oh, first time you see me put him up. That's something else. Let's just get the worst one out of the way now. This is the 501st ARF Trooper. And apparently, in my top 5 worst clone trooper videos, every single clone trooper is perfect because I criticized some figures in that video. It's got a lot of dislikes. It's pretty amusing. But yeah, this figure is not really that good. Yes, it's a clone, so automatically it's pretty good. However, the paint is just very odd and thin in places. And also, do you see this discoloration? That's just the plastic doing whatever it wants to do around the black paint. It's really weird and I don't understand it. The plastic is very soft, and as you can see, the color on the shoulder pad's very odd. And I can just tell the plastic is a way worse quality. The hinges don't match with the actual character, and it's so freaking weird. I love the 501st ARF Trooper design, but this figure, you can just tell it's a cheap vehicle pack-in because it's just a lot more cheaply made than this guy. You can just see the color of the white is a lot glossier on this one than that one. So yes, children that criticized my criticism by calling me a stupid idiot, thank you for that. Yes, these toys aren't always perfect. So yep, there's the 501st. He's a stupid idiot. Now we're getting on to the Geonosis ARF Troopers, and this is Trapper. All of these guys have names. All of those guys didn't have names. All those guys have names, and it's actually pretty cool. So yeah, this is the guy trapped. Get it? Trapped? Trapper? He was trapped in the gunship with Obi-Wan Kenobi when those two went and saved them. So yeah, this is a pretty good figure. I really, really like the deco on this guy. I believe it's a completely new deco apart from those, because sometimes I know they just change the color of the camo. Like Lego did that with their camo Geonosis guys. But anyways, I really like the orange stripe on the chest there, and I just like the little orange triangle. It's a pretty neat and unique design, however, it's not even close to how cool Waxer and Boyle are. Speaking of Waxer and Boyle, this is Boyle, and I believe he was packed in with an ATRT as well. I forgot to mention he was packed in, right there, Trapper, he was packed in a Geonosis multi-pack with a Geonosian and an Obi-Wan Kenobi. Anyways, back to this guy. He came with an ATRT, and he was actually pretty easy to find at like Marshalls and TJ Maxx for a time. I got mine without the ATRT because I really didn't want it. I like this stripe right there. I like that stripe. It's just really unique. And this little drawing of Numa is so freaking cool. I can't get enough of that. It's just so nicely detailed and put on there. There's a little bit of a close-up for you. It's really, really nice. I'm a huge fan of it. Yeah. Not really much else to him. He's got a unique camo apart from both of those, and I just really like him. Getting on to the final ARF Trooper, this is ARF Trooper Waxer, and this is probably objectively the best, in my opinion, just because it's got a lot going on, and I absolutely love, once again, a nice little Numa tampograph on the back of his helmet, and I love his orange all over. I feel like they have maybe some cooler orange on the helmet than they do on Boyle. And I just love it. It's actually a mirror deco that his normal Phase 1 helmet has. I think that's pretty unique. I'm a huge fan of that. So yeah, this guy was packed in with a Geonosian Battle Droid Commander and some, I want to say a Walmart exclusive 2-pack. Really nice figure. Kind of harder to find. A lot of these guys are actually harder to find. I think he's one of the rarest ones, he's one of the rarer ones, and I think the red one's actually getting kind of rare nowadays. So yeah, there is all of the ARF Troopers. I hope you enjoyed taking a look at all of these guys. If you were not really too informed on them, I hope you're a little more informed on them now. If you have any questions about these guys, feel free to post it in the comments. Please don't call me a stupid idiot because I have an opinion about toys. I know I'm a stupid idiot. You don't have to tell me. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much it. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Check out my Facebook page if you have a chance. Also, check out my Instagram. And have a good day. And as always, may the Force be with you. Bye.